You are about to listen to Getting Home Sourced with Gianno Buonaguro. This is episode 97 titled The World Cup of Real Estate, which was released June 19th, 2026. Now, enjoy the show.
Welcome to Getting Home Sourced with G, your one-stop shop for all things real estate. Gianno is your go-to guy with over 25 years of experience in the game, serving up the insider scoop on buying, selling, and investing in two of the hottest markets, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Cabo, Mexico. Whether you're looking to score the perfect home, seal the deal on a sale, or dive into the world of international investments, G's got the tips, tricks, and swagger to make it happen. Remember, in Nevada, the smart choice is the right choice. And when it comes to Cabo, you better go oceanside with Cabo G. If you were looking for a quiet, tranquil show about real estate, this ain't it. Gianno has this thing called passion. Let's unleash the beast. This is Welcome to Getting Home Sourced. And now your host, Gianno.
Hey, what do you say? Hey, folks, you know, another rockin' show at where else? Getting Home Sourced, as I'm your host, Gianno. And, of course, I always have to start out by saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to where you're listening around the world. Thank you so much. And like I said, for my first-timers, my newbies, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening for the first couple of times or for your first time, you are going to love this show. It is phenomenal. Of course, who else? The community, my family, my loyal supporters and listeners, and some of you friends already. The engine that drives the Ferrari. It is everybody out there, our community, our show, making it happen. So thank you so much for tuning in as always. I hope you love all the shows that we're bringing to you. It just keeps getting better and better. And like I said, website time, you have to check out the newsletter. I just dropped that maybe like about a week ago or so. So please tune in, check out, see what you think about that. Again, VegasHomeSource.com. You have everything there for you. Again, for my newbies and my first timers, if you're looking to look for property, MLS for both Vegas and Cabo San Lucas, I have it there for you. You don't have to go into the other places to do searches and basically have all your information taken. With me, you are covered, and the beautiful thing about it is that it's private, it's at your own pace, you're doing you, and that's the most important thing. So please check out that. Also, please subscribe. If you're just tuning in and you haven't subscribed yet, please go on to the page, subscribe, like us, share us, get more people. We just want to get that message out, folks, because it's worldwide real estate, and what do I always say? It's actual, factual, practical. So we want to make sure that everybody's getting the information that they need. And more importantly, the Concierge Partnership Program. I've been talking about this now for the last few months. Again, folks, for people that are just tuning in recently, if you are buying a property, thinking about buying a property, or you already own a property and you don't have it under a corporate entity, you must do that to protect your asset. It is so important. And a lot of times people think that, well, I have a mortgage on the property and I can't get it transferred over into, let's say, a trust or a corporate entity. Wrong answer. You can get with your financial advisor, you get with your attorney, your accountant, whoever, get those papers drafted up, get your name. Again, personally, you're going to have it in your name alone, but on title for property, you can have it in a corporate entity. So please do that, folks. Very, very important. And this is what I do out here, folks, in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the United States. Getting Home Sourced, partnered up with Live the Corporate Life. My dear family, friends, we are basically putting people together both locally, domestically, and internationally. So if you're positioned to buy a property in, let's say, Los Cabos, where I'm working at, and you want to get what else, a Mexican corporation or a American corporation to make an acquisition, then you contact me. I get you in the right places with the right faces. Kind of like a little jingle, so I had to say that. But the important thing is that you're having asset protection both domestically and abroad, right? So we have to make sure that everybody's protected when you're purchasing. And of course, my toll-free line, 888-528-2810. And my domestic friends, just put the 702 in, same number. But also we have what? We also have the Tax Benefits Partnership Program. We have the Las Vegas Partnership Program. We have the Cabo Partnership Program. My Cabo Partnership Program, folks, it's getting bigger and bigger. I have a few things on the horizon that's coming up that I'm going to share with you here shortly over the next couple of weeks, I would say. But for right now, I have my two main ones, and we're going to be growing that family. Mendino Massage, if you're staying in the marina area in Los Cabos and you want to get a great massage on the beach before the margarita machines go off, okay, because it gets noisy over there, contact me. I get you taken care of. We know the owners, and they are willing to cut deals, work with me, work with my friends and family, and they want to get people out there. It is absolutely phenomenal, and trust me, folks, you are going to just be like sleeping on their table. That's how relaxing it is. And for those that are looking for a place to stay, Kadum Hotel, it's there for you. Contact me. 360-degree rooftop view. You have a pool, day beds, bar, restaurant. It is absolutely phenomenal. But for today's show, turning our attention on to the nuts and bolts, as we say. Now, of course, we already know that the World Cup is underway here in the United States, in Canada, and in Mexico. So the Global Tournament of Champions, right? This is what it's all about. What does it bring together? It brings together countries and people from all over the world, and the fans get to see the best soccer or football, however you prefer it, as possible. Because also, what does the three host countries have to offer? So this week's show we're titling The World Cup of Real Estate. And I felt that was the perfect title for the show, right, folks? I mean, come on. What do you think? I mean, I love it. I hope you love it, too. So we crown a champion Sunday, July 19th, right? So for the next month or so, it's just going to be action-packed indeed. So just like what? With real estate, with all the shows, with all the information we talk about. So this is kind of like my method and my metaphor for this particular show, right? Because we're going to be covering real estate in a football format and, relationship, so to speak. So you can kind of see how sports and real estate intertwine with each other, because they really do. I mean, seriously, all over the globe, between countries that, what do we have going on right now? We have unrest. We have country policies that are failing their people. They're not happy. Consumers are looking elsewhere. We talked about at the end of last year, beginning of this year, we talked about migration, a shift in the globe where people are just now moving, not just from city to city within their country per se, but they're actually moving out of their country, looking for a better opportunity for themselves, right? Because what's happening right now, consumers now can basically relocate in other areas of the globe to satisfy what? Their wants and needs, okay? So people are traveling near and far to support their countries here locally in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. But what is it all about? What are they bringing to the table? Why are they even traveling over here, okay? It's what? Loyalty and passion. Well, folks, this is what real estate is. This is what the show's all about. We bring it with loyalty. We bring it with passion. We give you the information. We're getting you the starting lineups, so to speak. We're giving you all the facts and figures and information that you need to be successful and basically win the game, right? Win the match. This is what real estate's about, right? It's about winning. It's about, I want to feel good about buying something like we talked about in last week's show, right? Well, it pertains to here too, because people have passion and loyalty with their country's team, right? But we want to also switch that over and make it about real estate as well. And folks, because real estate is in the same conversation, because you do have passion about where you want to live, where you want to buy, where you want to go, but it is the loyalty you have to yourself, your family, and your career. That is the key. Because let's say if you have family or you have friends, and for those that were lucky enough to go to the games that are being played that's going on right now, question for you that I have. Where is everybody staying? Okay, are they in hotels? Are they in short-term rentals? Are they living in people's private homes? Okay, so this is the key with real estate that's always connecting behind the global sporting events. And it's not just necessarily the World Cup. It's no different than the Olympics, whether it's the summer or the Winter Olympics, the Euro Cup that takes places all across Europe, okay? You also have the Bisbee Fishing Championship that takes place in where else? Los Cabos every October, okay? So global events, folks, actually stimulate and fuels what? Investment properties, short-term rentals. It also accelerates commercial mixed-use developments and drives up appreciation of what? Regional luxury properties, okay?
That is nothing but incredible. Amazing.
So this is what we've discussed in past shows, but now we bring it to light because for those of you that are ready, or you might be close to being ready and making a foreign investment, now is the time. I've been talking about this since January, folks. And again, the year 2026, it's about the reveal. We keep talking about that. The big reveal, what's coming up, how it's coming up, how things are being played out per se, right? So if the year of 2026 real estate, okay, it has vulnerability. We talked about that before. But what also does it have? It has opportunity because there could be some loopholes. There could be some opportunities where some people are pulling back and not purchasing or they don't want to sell. Well, other people have that opportunity where they're selling and maybe the competition is favorable for that particular buyer or seller, okay? So, again, how does it relate to everything? Because the opportunity is in negotiated markets, okay? So we have the time on the market, we have concessions being made by the parties, we have also the time frame of going out searching for properties, how is it being marketed, and what kind of deals can we get, right? So in Cabo, for instance, I have my team, like the World Cup, that, my group is the goal of the group, okay, so we're going to do a little play on words here, is to get our clients the best deal and what? Win it, as we call it. We want to get a win. We want to feel good about the client, whether they're selling the property or whether they're buying the property. They get that win. They feel good because the takeaway is like, yeah, you win because, first of all, you're winning because you bought or sold your property, because that's the ultimate goal. But at the end of the day, you feel good about doing it, right? So that's the most important right there. Now, the metaphor here is you have to put your team together with what? Passion and loyalty to get what? The best results. Just like you're rooting for your favorite team to what? Win. Okay, we talked about that. You have to take the pitch, as we call it. You take the pitch or the field, and who do you surround yourself with? Okay, that's the most important. Who are you on the pitch with, and when you're playing the match, who are the people around you that are going to support you to make sure that you have a winning team when you go out there and you're making that sale or you're making that acquisition, okay? This is what real estate is like. It's like football, folks. It's timing, it's execution, it's knowing when to strike, okay? And most importantly is how do you reach your goals? That is the most important, right? It's all about goals. If you can't score them, you got to get them. If you have to get them, how do you go about getting them? You need a team to do it. There's no I in team, folks. You always need a support system in business and in life to get you to where you want to be. So real estate is a game of maneuvering. It's just like football. You're weaving, you're passing back and forth until you see that opening. And then you go in, right? You go in to take that shot. So my question to everybody is, what match are you playing right now? And who are you playing against? And more importantly, what's the team that you assembled to go out there and make it happen? So don't answer it right now. I want you to think about it, because guess what? Let's get a halftime break. And then when we come back, let's see how we adjust and going into the second half. Stay tuned.
Have you been thinking about a getaway? Do you need a break from the grind? Thinking about hot, sunny beaches and the waves of cool water crashing on your feet? Then get off the couch and call Cabo G on his new toll-free international number, 888-528-2810. Yes, toll-free. What other realtor has a toll-free number for you to call anywhere in the world? Going oceanside with Cabo G will turn your thoughts into action, as Cabo G can tell you the deals in Cabo, Mexico. When in doubt, give Cabo G a shout.
Hey, what do you say? Hey, thank you so much, folks, for sticking around on the back half of Getting Home Sources. I'm your host. Who else? Gianno. We're bringing it to you here live. We're on the pitch, let's say. We're pitching it out there. We're pitching the show. We're making things happen. We're striking balls all over the place. What are we doing? We're assembling our team. It's the World Cup of Real Estate, and I wouldn't have it any other way because we are a team right now, okay? I might be your captain. I'm giving you the instructions. I'm giving you the information, what have you. But as a team, overall, we're making it happen. We're going out, and we're being successful. And this is why I'm so excited. And I'm also excited at the fact that people are subscribing. They're reaching out. They're telling their friends about the show. And more importantly, folks, I want to say really, thank you so much because the questions have been coming in now. I've been getting a lot of information from Miss G, passing it along to me. A lot of you are starting to realize now that, hey, you know what? Cabo's a very viable destination. You're very interested in Cabo. You want to get more information about that. Beautiful, beautiful peninsula. So quiet and peaceful from wherever you are around the world. It's different lifestyle for sure, but you know what? It's peaceful, it's safe, it's quiet, it's protected, and you have everything you could possibly imagine. So thank you so much for reaching out to me privately, sending me emails, sending me text messages. And for those that are on the fence and you're thinking about it, hey, reach out. This is what we're here for, folks. We are here for you. So please, again, if it's Vegas or if it's anywhere else, if you want to be in Las Vegas, Nevada in the U.S., I can help you with that. If you want to be in Cabo, of course, I'm going to help you with that. But if it's anywhere else, what else? I can help you with that. This is what we are. We are the source of the source. So I just have to mention that out there for people because it's not just about two different areas and that's it. It's about how we make it a difference for other people because what do? We're at your service. We are here for you wherever you need to be. You don't have to work with us if you don't want to, okay, because there might be areas where I can't work with you, but that's okay. But I could put you in the right direction. We have our global network here for you, and that's what I'm most excited about. Now, as we start the second half of the World Cup of Real Estate, were you able to answer those questions before we took a break? Okay, I wanted you to think about that because it's very important sometimes where we get caught up in the moment, but we have to take a time out. We have to step back and look at the big picture, right? So if you did, then that means you have a game plan in place. If you already know what's happening and you answered those questions, good for you. For those that are still thinking about it, hey, guess what? That's also great, folks, because you're setting what? You're getting the wheels in motion. You're getting your intentions out there. You're putting it out there into the universe because what do you want to bring? And, you know, again, it becomes wants and needs. So when you're putting it out there into the universe, you're bringing back that want or need. That's the most important thing that touches your heartstring to get you motivated to get going. So now the field per se that you're playing on is what? It's basically a country's map, and you're finding out the areas that you want to be in. So let's take Mexico, for instance, as a host country, okay? There's three cities that you have that are playing right now. Mexico City, you have Monterrey, and you have Guadalajara, okay? These are where the three games are being hosted, or countries that are being hosting the games until it gets into the knockout rounds, and then eventually everything kind of filters into the U.S., right? So now in Canada, what do we have? We also have Vancouver, and we have Toronto, okay? So again, we have two cities over there where there's a lot of activity, people either looking to move out or looking to move in. You have coastal cities per se, great investment areas, just like with Mexico. Okay, Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara, great investment areas, great opportunities. Cabo, again, is just an hour and a half away from all three of those cities, which is so super exciting because it's very easy travel to get back and forth, and Cabo becomes a viable destination because you can actually invest in other countries, live in Cabo, let's say, for an example, which a lot of people do, or vice versa. they invest in Cabo, but then they live in those 3 cities. So that's how that whole metaphor takes shape, right? Now in the United States, 11 cities right now are hosting the World Cup, right? We have San Francisco, Seattle, Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Boston, Miami, Philadelphia, Atlanta, and lastly, where the championship game is going to be held, the New York, New Jersey corridor, the tri-state area, as we call it, right? So all great cities to invest in what? For residential or commercial. So the point is what is the playing field that you're playing on, and at what level? Are you stepping up your game, so to speak? Are you doing what it takes to make things happen for yourself or your family, or for family, whatever the case might be, a significant other? This is the kind of things that I want people to start talking about, to start thinking about, because how are you going about your real estate strategy? Even though, let's say, Las Vegas didn't build a stadium, for instance, to have a football game per se here in the Allegiant Stadium, as we call it, but it has American football where we have the NFL's Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, so the specifications didn't quite meet the specifications of FIFA because the field is too small. So therefore, they have some friendlies every now and then, but you're not going to have any significant real match being played here because, again, the dimensions and the specifications are too small. But what did people do as a perfect example? Well, before we had football here, people knew that the stadium was being built in 2017. It took about 3 years to build. And what happened? People started gobbling up property around the area, and or they hung on and wait until 2020 when the team actually moved here, and they sold and they made a huge profit. And for those that are actually holding on to their property right now, their value is probably quadrupled right now from 2017 to 2026. So you're talking about what, a 9-year hold, anywhere between 7 to 9 year hold. Unbelievable. And this is what I'm saying, folks. It's about acquisition. So my other metaphor I want to get out there is to what? Be one with the ball. Be able to have a vision on where do you want to place that ball. So where you're setting yourself up for success. Who are you passing it to, and who's going to pass it back to you? Because, folks, you can live anywhere. You can move anywhere. You can work anywhere. Okay, as long as you're playing by the rules wherever you're going, you're good to go. There's no problems whatsoever. So having a team concept and having a great team around you that knows how to win for you is going to bring you what? It's going to bring you results, and it's going to get you real estate acquisitions, and you're going to start building up your portfolio and have your holdings. And that's where your wealth is going to be generated from, because it doesn't matter where you are in life with real estate, okay, high market, low market. The old adage is, if it's cheap today, or I should say if it's expensive today, it's cheap tomorrow. But if it's cheap today, it's going to be expensive tomorrow. So either way, you have to figure out what you want to do in moving forward to have your strategy and your portfolio in place. Because again, at Vegas Home Source, I like to think that we have a winning team. Okay, we are all winners because we're all talking together, we're all participating, we're bringing the information out there, and it shows. I show by what? The results. Because you know what my results are? My results are people are listening, more and more people are listening, more and more people are subscribing, okay? But more importantly, people are engaging, they're reaching out, they're asking questions, they're getting the information that they need. This is what my end game is. This is what I feel excited about, because it's about the participation. Not just listening like it's a lecture in a university. No, it's about participation. It's about, hey, I want to give you the information that you need, because most of you are ready to purchase. Most of you have already purchased, okay? Most of you are thinking about purchasing. So we have different categories of where everybody is at in life, but is anybody actually sitting down and talking the strategy? Okay, again, just like football, what's the strategy? How are you going up against the other team? How are you going up against the other side? Because I'm going to tell you, folks, we're in 2026 right now. And here's a trivia question for you. Okay, what bracket do you want to be in? Because what's going to happen in 2030? Okay, guess what 2030 is going to happen? Now the World Cup is going to be played in where? Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. So now you have those 3 countries that are going to get set up, right? And they're ready to go. And what do you think is happening right now? Because in 2034, guess where it's going to be played after that? It's going to be played in Saudi Arabia. And what are people doing right now? Golden visas. They're taking advantage, folks. Everybody's got the golden visa. They're trying to get into Portugal. They're trying to get into Spain, okay? Trying to get into Morocco. Saudi Arabia just opened up for the first time ever. They're letting foreigners come in there and do foreign investments. What is happening? The window is now, folks, because guess what? What's going to happen in 4 to 8 years, anything that you buy today is going to skyrocket, especially if you're purchasing in and around the cities and areas where they're going to be hosting the big game, okay? And let me tell you something. I don't know about you, but 4 years went by in a blink of an eye for me, even 8 years, and I can't believe it, okay? Time is speeding up. It's almost like we're accelerating, because how are we accelerating? With everything going on in the world, I mean, folks, 2020, 6 years ago, COVID hit the world, okay? And now we're 6 years already past that. 6 years have gone by. Look how many things have happened in 6 years. I mean, you can't even keep count anymore, because why? The world is spinning so fast. It's almost like we're dizzy and we're punch drunk, per se, because we don't know what's going to hit us next, right? This is what happened. This is what's going on. That's why, again, strategize what your thoughts are. So for my European friends, my Middle Eastern friends, okay, my South African friends, my Southeast Asian friend, right now you're going to have, over the next 8 years, you're going to have 4 countries hosting World Cup. Probably a good idea to start thinking now about areas that might need, some development. You're going to get a great deal, okay? Think about being around the stadium areas, or if you're not even around the stadium areas, the point is you're in the city where the stadium and the games are being held and played. That's the most important, because with the golden visas being live right now, folks, who knows how long that's going to be? It can get cut off anytime. I mean, I know that Spain and Portugal got it just hammered on with a lot of Americans, for example, that went over there to get the golden visa to get what? They get set up, they get citizenship, they're basically walking around like they're a local. Why? Because they see the future. They see what's going on in those specific countries that offered that. So the window is now, folks, I'm telling you, because if you don't take advantage of what's going on, you're going to miss the boat. So, I mean, wait a second. The referee just blew the whistle. So I guess that means time is up. The match is over, okay? So, again, I hope the show was great for you. Remember, I will be in New York City next week. So if you're there for the game or you're on vacation or what have you, please reach out to me. I'll be staying in Manhattan, Midtown East. That's where we're at. I'll be hanging around there. Please get in touch with me. I want to meet people if you're around. And if not, that's okay. You can reach me by email, Gianno@VegasHomeSource.com, or like I said, toll-free G, 888-528-2810. So please enjoy all the games. Thank you so much for sticking around for our game show, per se. No pun intended, but I guess it is. And hope that, look, whoever you're rooting for, I hope that your team wins, because, look, even though being in the U.S., my Italian team, my Italia, I mean, folks, I got to say, my little 5-second venting. 3 World Cups in a row and Italy can't qualify is really just not only embarrassing for the country, but embarrassing for the fans. It's just because when Italy's in the tournament, it just makes it so much more, magical and majestic, and even funny at times with all the diving and all the stuff that takes place at theatrics. It's like opera on the pitch. And I miss that. So I really hope that, within the next future that this happens and they make it and get things going. So I would really be happy if they do that. But like I said, folks, on that note, take advantage of now. The time is now. Let's make it happen. It could be anybody's tournament. So again, God bless whoever teams wins. I'm happy for you, but be passionate about what you're doing. And when it comes to real estate investing, okay, or just even in life, but more so, be loyal to the people around you. Be loyal to your team, because when you're loyal and you're passionate, you'll always be a winner. I can guarantee you that 100%. So on that note, I want to say thank you. Take care. God bless. I hope to see you in New York. And if not, Guess what? We're going to do it again next week as we always do. So take care, God bless, and love you all.
Game over.
You have just listened to Getting Home Sourced with your radio host, Gianno Buonaguro. This podcast is a registered trademark and may not be reproduced without the express written consent of VegasHomeSource.com. For additional information about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, call or text Gianno toll-free at 888-528-2810 or visit his website at VegasHomeSource.com. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.